Now my rotor, I took it and I put an ultrasonic cleaner for half an hour in lacquer thinner, and I let that drain out for a few hours. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw some lacquer thinner. I'm going to use this hypodermic needle to inject lacquer thinner into the hole in the rotor. Then I'm going to whirl it around, and then I'm going to take it out with the needle. I'm going to keep doing that until what comes out of that rotor is clean and clear. So you can use a regular hypodermic needle. I did it first, kind you buy at a pharmacy. What happened was those are only intended for single use, and as a result, the seal inside of them separated from the plastic plunger. So I went online, found these glass syringes in the ex-Soviet Union countries pretty cheap. I actually took one of the disposable needles, had the diameter that I wanted, and epoxied it onto the end here. Now, I also cut off the tip here with my Dremel cutoff wheel, so it's flat instead of pointed. But I'm just going to take this now and put it inside the hole there in the rotor and inject lacquer thinner. I'm going to put my thumb over the hole, and I'm going to shake it back and forth. Now what I want to do is I want to shake it in a number of different directions. So that's one direction. Here's another direction. That clicking sound you're hearing is normal, and that's what you should hear when you shake it in this direction. If you don't hear that, you have a problem with your rotor. So what I'm doing is just trying to get the lacquer thinner to move around in there, pick up any of the old oil that might be stuck to the gears in there, and then after I do that for a while, I'm gonna go back in with my needle, stick it in there, draw the fluid out. This rotor fluid's actually not that bad. Okay, I'm gonna do with, you use lacquer thinner. I have an old coffee can with some old paper towels in it, and I'll just squirt that in there. It's called my waste pot. There's a reason why this rotor is not really dirty. The lacquer thinner I'm pulling out of there is not so dirty. This is a late style H rotor. Throughout the decades, they made the rotors out of different material. And I mean, the bottom line was, with cost cutting, they got cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. So you have an older one, might be sturdier, made more solidly, but it's older. And these newer ones made out of cheaper materials, but they're newer. So let's see what you got. So I'm just going to keep doing this and pulling out the lacquer thinner until it comes out clear. And then I'm going to tip it over the hole facing downwards overnight to let anything in there drain out. And at that point, I'll be ready to refill the rotor with new oil. And I'll do that in a different segment. Yeah, that's looking really nice. Okay.